What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk a little bit about Borderlands 4 and I guess the Game Awards. Look, this wasn't planned. I really did kind of mean for GTA 6 to be the last solo game at the Game Awards video that I did. I'm going to do a couple compilation type videos of, kind of combining things and stuff, but I really was kind of done. But, today, Randy Pitchford, comes out and announces that he's working on a trailer. He hypes it up. He's a okay hype man. I don't know if he's like the best out there because I feel like just the way Borderlands has gone, we all have our own expectations. I don't think people are going to be won over by him saying how great the game is or him saying, oh, this trailer is going to blow your mind. I kind of feel like we're able, not everybody and not every game, but I think in this situation, a lot of people are able to kind of separate and say, okay, I can understand. Get excited about your trailer, get excited about your game, but we have kind of our own expectations for it. But he says it, and to me, there's only one way this goes, and it's, well, of course, it's going to be shown off at the Game Awards. He's literally saying he's making a trailer, right? And that he shouldn't be talking about it, but he's talking about it anyway. Okay, well, you're probably not, and I've said this before, we talked about this kind of with PlayStation, right? You look at your calendar, you're not dropping, at least in my opinion, you're not dropping a random trailer on Borderlands 4 on this upcoming Monday, 3 days before the Game Awards, right? You're too close. You're too close. And ultimately, if you're going to show anything, and that's, if you notice, the last couple days, there's not really been a lot of news, not really been that many like showings of things. Well, I kind of think it's because there's a build-up, and then you're going to get like 20 announcements or whatever. And again, it varies in terms of size and scale and stuff, but you're going to get a bunch of announcement at the Game Awards. That's why it's so quiet now, because, well, you're saving it for literally 1 week from now, right? So, pretty simple, pretty short and sweet video. At this point, well, I guess what's interesting, just really quickly throwing this out here before I let you guys go, I did not actually expect this. When I was going through my head, I had other games kind of pop up more recently, like TMNT, the last Ronin game. I actually, like, that just popped in my head and was like, well, what if they showed that? That would be an interesting one. 007 is one that kind of came to mind. So, there's been a few games here and there that have popped, like, as the days go, where I think, oh, this could potentially be there or whatever. Borderlands 4 has not, like, I do remember it when I think of, like, big games to come out next year, but it was never really on my radar for something that they would show at the Game Awards. But I very much, it's almost a lock. Like, at this point, if I were to make a list of games that are for sure going to be there, this is just like put the lock key, next to, or lock symbol, whatever you want to say. I'll put it right next to it because I do think it's going to be there. Hopefully it's not like the One Last Thing game, because at this point it's like, I like my One Last Thing games to be games that we just have, it comes out of left field. You have no idea it's coming, right? That way it's like a legit surprise. If they don't show Borderlands the entire freaking night and then Jeff Keighley says one last thing and then it's Borderlands, it's like, shoot, I predicted it 5 days ago or whatever. I knew it was going to be there. So hopefully that doesn't happen. But and I guess a final thing to say, it's not, I know this has been like a little kind of like a weird video. I am excited for it. Borderlands 3 was a mixed bag type thing, but I recently, because it was the 15th anniversary for Borderlands 1, I replayed that, made a video on it on my third channel, my retrospective channel. I like it quite a bit. I think that game's actually continued to age really well. I want to go through the rest of them or replay the rest of them as we get closer to 4. It's a very, very solid franchise with the hook that's gotten a little bit old and repeated, but I've always liked the combat or just the gameplay kind of mechanics. It's the writing that's really degraded. At Gearbox, the writing has fallen off a cliff. With new Tales from the Borderlands was god-awful. Borderlands 3 was very, very poor writing as well. The movie, I know they're not attached, but it's just the last couple things that you've gotten for Borderlands have been borderline atrocious, at least the writing department. I think New Tales from the Borderlands bad all the way around, but you know what I mean? So they do need to rebound. So I can only get so excited because it's like they need this to be good and they need this to be better than the last couple things. If we're going to continue going down, then it's going to get harder to like be excited for it, as time goes on. But we'll see. I never like to count games out until they actually come out. Then I say that it's good or bad. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.